hate puppies.
Good podcast.
I feel threatened.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House. Glad to have you here on this week in March, I guess this comes out. I can't.
We are way ahead of ourselves right now.
Way ahead of ourselves because we're going to be got lots of travel in the next couple of weeks. So we're getting some in the can, which is good. Troy.
In the can.
That's where he likes it.
That's why we were two dudes riding around a Miata earlier.
Yeah, I realized I just opened
you
myself
both like
up.
it in the can.
Cool.
That's,
good start.
That's implied. That's implied.
Right.
When you sit down in a Miata, you are saying, hey, guys, I like it in the can.
Especially when you're shifting for him. Dead giveaway.
Yeah, I'm going to pull the old It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I'm getting the license plate says The Implication. That was the name of his boat. It's like, it's okay. They know the implication. You invited him on a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should get the implication on the Miata's plates. It'd be nice. Troy, I noticed you're not yelling to start this week's episode. Are you feeling better?
A little bit better. We did get a couple of reviews, so I would like to thank you, the guys who reached out to us, or girls.
I'm assuming 5-star reviews that were all glowing about the show.
Well, yes, 5-star. Now, would you like me to read you the reviews? Have you seen these, Ely?
I have not.
Okay, I'm assuming. I'm going to take a stab in the dark. This is the best show that I've ever heard. This is what I think that the hot buttons are that'll come up in here. Best show.
Okay.
Good chemistry.
Yeah.
Love the beer challenge. Deep insight. And their ability to solve first world problems has not only saved my money, but saved my life.
Did you write one?
I think these are going to be in the word cloud. These should be the parts that come up.
Okay. Keywords.
Save my life, save me money. Yeah, I think,
okay.
I'm ready now.
All right.
I'm fired
Best
up.
friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like these guys are my boys.
The love between the three of them makes me be a better person. Stuff like that.
Yeah, the four of them.
Yeah,
Stu's
the
not
four
here
of
at the
them.
moment.
Well, yeah. So the first one is by Fastest Stash.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
fuck.
Here we go.
And the title is Don't Want Troy to Yell at Anyone Else. So that's the title.
Okay.
Great show. It keeps me entertained. Troy gets drunk and yells at everyone, and Ely still can't grow a good mustache or chug a beer.
Here we go.
Even with that, 5 out of 5.
Okay.
But it was a 5-star review, so took a couple swipes at us.
None of my word cloud words were
No.
there in that one.
Yeah, you
I
missed.
noticed. But it was 5 out of 5.
And nothing about you, good or bad.
Maybe he did write it.
You know what? I'm in the back. No, if I wrote it, it'd be like, Brendan's really dragging these guys along with him. That guy's the talent. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I think that first one's all right.
All right, so the second one says the best ever with about 10 question marks behind it. This is a 5-star review.
Okay, now that should have been exclamation marks.
Yes.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
Great entertainment. Perfect
Yes.
for all children of all perfect for children of all ages.
Oh, I don't know.
Educational.
Okay.
If you recommend this to your mother-in-law and she listens, she'll take back all of those bad things she said about you to
That's
her
fair.
friends.
I like this
Yeah.
review.
Brendan has never been wrong on a prediction. Kind of wild.
Oh.
Guy must be a millionaire by now, but I'm not great at math.
Okay, I'm sensing sarcasm here. Okay, so this guy's funny.
After the passing of Ely, rest in the most peace.
That's awesome.
Sorry, that had me laughing.
The creator of Tender Tots stepped in to fill the void. And let me tell you, when he speaks, you can almost hear him sometimes.
Dude. I want this guy on the air.
I totally forgot about Tender Tots. That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
What else can you say about Troy that hasn't already been said? He really is the audio dreamboat, trademarked. TM.
Oh, come on. And then you just get a real honest to goodness shout out.
Yeah, I mean, the guy knows talent, I guess. That was
So you
pretty
guys
good.
wrote 2 reviews, huh?
Yeah, something's up here. This is odd. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about that one, I guess. That I don't know about the whole my
Let's keep them
predictions.
coming, and we'll keep reading them. And if you're funny, we'll definitely read them.
Or if
Or
you're
if you
not
tr-
funny
or if
like
you-
either of these two schmucks.
Or if you trash us, we'll read those too.
Yeah, this is brutal. These are like bad reviews, but with 5 stars. So I'm like, okay, we'll take it.
That's
So-
the caveat. Got to
Exactly.
be 5-star. You
Yeah,
can't
I'm-
trash us and give us a 1-star.
Yeah, I think if those were 1 stars and then kind of clowning us, I'd be like, oof, that didn't help. But 5 stars and good-natured ribbing, I'm
Yeah.
good with that.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm okay with that. Dude, speaking of bad reviews, there's been, or good reviews, bad reviews. I've been eyeballing this new Weber pellet smoker grill for like months. This thing just came out. Pellet smokers are interesting to me because you can truly set it and forget it and smoke meats
Yeah.
all day. And the thought of that is just awesome. Like, fire it up, say I wanted it,
Especially
250.
because of the time commitment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you can go do something. You're like, I gotta go take the kids to this and that.
Yeah.
And you know that it's just gonna feed pellets and maintain 250 all day for you.
And they all have like apps and stuff now too, where you can like adjust them with your phone and like
Really?
And if something goes wrong, it'll like tell you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's part of why I really liked this new Weber one, because it has even built into their software. It'll be like, all right, at the pace you're going, this isn't going to be done until 7:30 tonight. So
It's like a GPS.
yeah, it's like figuring it all out for you. So you can be like, you could be sitting there.
What would the cavemen think?
I know, right?
But so you could actually be sitting at dinner or at lunch and be like, 7:30 is too late. Bump it up from your phone, from
Yeah.
10 miles away. Bump it up. It feeds a few more pellets, goes up to 275, and now it's like, okay, you'll be ready at 6:45. You're like, all right, that's better. Like, that's super convenient.
Jeez.
crazy.
What the fuck are we doing?
It's getting insane.
Yeah.
So I've been looking at this Weber forever, though. Like,
First world problem.
waiting for it to come out. And I have been completely sold. One, Weber's Illinois, so I'm like always going to be a homer for it.
Jesus. Here we go.
So yeah, I'm sorry. Were you saying something, Yuli?
Yeah, I was commenting on how lame you are. I could set my watch by you.
Nah, this is fun. So
Weber and Brendan's, to his defense, for his stupid reasoning, Weber does make the best grill.
Oh,
I mean,
for
there's
sure.
no doubt, but it has nothing to do with being out of Illinois.
well, you say that, but it probably does. It probably does. It's just nicer to people because
Yeah.
it's from the Midwest. Very nice grill.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, I do.
Not good to look at, though.
God, that is a Midwestern problem.
Yeah.
There is no.
It's actually, if you
denying
think
that.
about it, that's kind of how Weber is. It's just like this round fucking thing that sits in your yard. It's definitely not a looker.
Is Weber the best looking thing out of Illinois?
That's right.
And that's not
Yeah.
saying much.
They model their grills after their women. Basic.
Rotund.
Nah, we don't like any flair on these things.
Holds a
Just,
lot of meat.
yeah, that's right. It does what it's supposed
You
to.
can put a lot of meat inside of it,
Yeah.
just like their women.
The big ass on that grill.
Right.
So
It's not super pretty, but
Yeah.
it gets the job done.
that's precisely the Midwestern attitude.
Yeah.
The more you say it, the more Illinois it really does start to be.
Right.
Weber is very much an Illinois product.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like the fact that it's the American grill. The
Yeah.
kettle grill. It's got a place in folklore. It's been around forever. Just a good grill. So I always want to support Weber if I can because I just feel like it is that American grill.
Do you guys still? I mean, do you use okay? Do you use charcoal a lot?
I've gone through, in 15 years, I've gone through 3 or 4 $200 to $250 gas grills. And they all disintegrate from the inside because
Right.
I'm buying, $200 isn't cheap, but I'm buying cheap gas grills.
Can we not find a way to solve the whole "I want to cook 3 burgers with charcoal" problem?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm exclusively charcoal.
I'm exclusive.
You are?
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
I got rid of my gas grill.
I was going to say, I got rid of my last one after it fell apart. I sold it at a yard sale for $10, and I bought the Weber grill, and I've had that for like 2 or 3 years now, and nothing's fallen apart with it.
But I feel like you're, and I guess correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like you're avoiding cooking things more often though because of that.
No, I'm not.
You have to be.
No, I'm just more cognizant.
If instead of if you're at me at home, I'm by myself. Angela and the kids are out. I want a burger on the grill. I'm not doing that with charcoal.
Oh, yeah, but I don't ever cook a burger, I
That's
guess. So
my point.
I'm
Yeah.
not avoiding anything because it was never part of something I did, even when I had
But
a
you
gas
could
grill.
open your world to that.
I could. But even when I had a gas grill, I never was like, I'm going to go cook one burger.
I cooked 3 burgers on my stovetop the other night because it was cold and dark and
Yeah,
nasty,
yeah.
you know.
But that's still going to be a problem
Yeah.
regardless of gas. But I know what you're saying. It's a pain in the ass to do the charcoal. Like, you need a solid half hour before
Yeah.
you ever even start cooking
Yeah.
just to go through the process of getting the coals going and get them in there. So it's not convenient by any
Once you-
stretch.
Can we get Elon Musk on this? I feel like this is something we need to look at.
Well, we got Weber on it.
Do we?
Yeah. That's
What are they doing?
So this new pellet grill that they've created, the problem with pellet smokers is that
But that's a smoker,
I want a
not
fucking
grill,
charcoal
right?
grill that I can fire up and
that's
then
what
cook.
that's the problem with pellet smokers. They're great for smoking. They keep feeding the pellets,
Okay.
but you can't like cook a burger on it
Yeah.
or a steak
It doesn't
because
get hot enough, right?
it doesn't get hot enough.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just doing its thing. Well, what Weber has created that was making this so revolutionary is that they say that this thing can get between 600 and 700 degrees where you just fire it up with the pellets and you can cook on it like a grill.
Oh, wow.
So you're doing burgers, you're doing steaks just like you would on a normal grill, and it's fed by pellets with a glow plug. So it's the convenience of a gas grill because you go out there, or you just pick up your phone and go, hey, start feeding. The glow plug fires up, it dumps some stuff in there, and it fires up to 600 degrees just like a gas grill does. So it's probably not as fast, but it's certainly a lot faster than a charcoal grill.
Yeah.
But aren't you, by not having actual charcoal, you're missing out on the advantages of charcoal?
Yes. On some level.
Well, it's wood pellets. So, I mean, you're getting the flavor.
So like I said, no, you're not. Of charcoal?
No, you're getting the flavor of wood.
but that's different than charcoal,
Yeah.
is what Ely's saying.
But
For
I
the third
use
time.
hard lump wood charcoal.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I don't use briquettes.
Oh, I got you.
So,
But I have noticed after cooking on charcoal exclusively for the past few years, when you do eat off of a gas grill, it doesn't taste nearly as
Right.
good.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
Yeah.
Crazy.
but I don't buy like the typical Kingsford briquettes.
Okay.
I get the all hardwood. You can get hardwood briquettes now.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they just mold it and like compress
Right.
it.
Yeah,
And
Must be
those
at
work.
Wegmans.
yeah, of course.
It's at the Fresh Hole.
I gotcha.
Fresh Market. They have
He
them
is
there.
shipped in from Chicago.
For
They
sure.
do it best there.
Well,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do. They do.
Right.
They're a little bigger than what I'm used to, and
Yeah.
they're not pretty to
Yeah.
look
Trees
at.
are more solid.
They work well. But yeah, so I use that. So it is kind of that same flavor. So I think you're going to get that charcoal flavor. At least
That's interesting.
I would.
What's
So
the price point on this sucker? Holy cow!
$1,000.
I was gonna say because a cheap Weber gas grill's $500.
Yeah. So this is fixing, and it has all those apps and all that craziness where you're like, I want this and this. So I've been dying to see this thing in action. And unfortunately, the lead into this was bad reviews. So,
Uh-oh.
so this thing finally hit last week, and I'm like, all right, it feels strong. It looks beastly. And I was down a rabbit hole last night of just watching YouTube reviews of everyone
Right.
who's finally got their hands on them. And
It's the gladiator of grills.
the one word that keeps coming up that's bugging me is grease fire.
Oh wow!
That's not a word I want to
Yeah,
hear.
that's 2 words.
It's too many. Yeah, this one keeps popping up because apparently these pellet grills are a pain in the ass to clean.
Yeah.
And you have to find a way to clean out all of the pellet ash. So usually you're like shop vacuuming it out and stuff. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. But Weber's like, no, we figured it out. We put everything on an incline. The grease will just roll down, go into this little trough, and then the pellet ash will come in there and collect in the trough too. But from everything I'm seeing, the pellet ash just ends up kind of floating around inside the grill a little bit.
Yeah.
Then when the grease comes down, the pellet ash
Ignites
gets in
it.
there and turns into like this crud that doesn't slide down into the tray.
Ah.
So now you have grease and ash kind of hanging out in the bottom, and then it's 600 degrees
Yeah.
just below it, and then boom, a grease fire occurs, and you've destroyed your brisket or your burgers or whatever.
or
it
your
is.
house.
Well, that would be the other one, right?
Yeah.
And then you got 22 pounds of wood in the back.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, now you get a grease fire run up the back somehow, catch all that on fire. You are losing your house.
that's surprising to hear that Weber has put out something that's not top notch.
And I'm not, I don't want to sit here and give this review.
Yeah.
And I haven't used it yet.
just
so
like you didn't want to have to admit the gladiator fiasco.
Unfortunately, it's not selling very well.
Yeah.
I can't fix the numbers,
Yeah,
but I'm willing to, as the
Admit
review,
that it sucks.
No, admit that people don't get it.
Oh, gotcha.
No, the Gladiator's badass.
It's the people's fault.
Right.
The
Fucking
people not
people.
buying it
They're
is
the worst.
people's fault. Step your game up, people.
Right.
People suck.
Yeah.
They do.
That is very fair.
Appreciate the Gladiator and its 4-foot bed and its
Well, sometimes you want to haul a little
heavy
bit of
Average
stuff.
comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mediocre looks.
Yeah.
You know, all the great
Awkwardness.
things.
Yeah.
It's big enough to hold a Weber.
Yeah.
A little
When you
4-foot
take
bed's
it back.
perfect.
Right.
Exactly. When you're taking back the new smoke fire pellet grill, I'm so heartbroken because this thing on paper had fixed everything. I was going to have a smoker and a grill all in one. It was still a Weber.
That would've
I
been
was
good.
using wood. It was all, the software was dope. Half the people that start it, you're watching their like first time using it, and they're all like, "Here we go, YouTube fans, subscribe here, watch me turn it
Yeah.
on." And then it's like the software's like, "Please reset," and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, hold
no.
on, and then they're like going through their reset. Like you see these people reset, so the software's got issues, which didn't bother me because when it first came out, all the issues were software. I was like, that's fine. They'll just update
yeah.
the software. The fires, that's little.
I couldn't help but feel like with my luck, I would go buy 100 pounds of meat and like $100 worth of meat and like set it all up to like, and then run out the house to go do something and then have the shit malfunction. And then I've ruined $100 worth of meat and I have
Right.
no dinner. Like I feel like that's what would happen to me if
Right.
I had something like that.
And that's the fear. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, this whole thing is supposed to be so I can take the kids to practice.
You
I
can
can go do all those
Rom
things.
Popeil it.
Come
You
home
can,
to dinner.
Set it and forget it.
That was the plan, but I'm gonna have to wait and see now because all the other smokers that I like really expensive and they don't. There's one brand that appears to allow you to grill, but even that setup, it's like you see where all the wood is and all the fire, and then they want you to take off a grate and put your burgers on top. I'm like, well, that's a grease fire waiting to happen.
Well, see, just like the Gladiator, a smoker's a smoker and a grill's a grill. You can't do both. Like, that's where the grease fire comes in. Like, it's just not going to work. So
Yeah.
you're always going to need a smoker. If you want to smoke, you're going to need a smoker. And if you want to grill, you're going to need a grill. I wouldn't even look twice at that Weber, especially for $1,000.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give it some time because maybe it's just haters, but these people don't strike me as haters that I'm watching this. They're excited. They're like, I got my Weber.
Did you find one like fully engulfed in flames?
Not yet, but you do hear stories of damn it, I ruined dinner.
Yeah.
And that's not why I'm spending $1,000 on a grill.
Right.
So
No.
we may be back to the drawing board, but that's been bugging the hell out of me all week because I've been watching the reviews slowly trickle in. I'm like, uh-oh. And Weber, much like our feed on our podcast, they're letting all of those reviews live on their site, like without
Yeah.
turning them away. Like
Oh,
they're
wow.
like, no, let's see if water finds its level, but it doesn't look like it is. It's not going
Well,
well.
then you'd be really pissed too if you spent $1,000 on it. I mean, that's just the nail in the coffin right there.
And that's the normal size one. You can get the bigger
Oh,
one
yeah.
for like $1,300.
Uh-huh.
Chicago failed you.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, they're made outside of Chicago.
Oh, Illinois failed you.
No, it's the land of Lincoln.
Oh, there you go.
Wasn't he born in Kentucky?
It's the land of Lincoln. It's on the license.
But he's from
plate.
Kentucky.
He doesn't claim Kentucky.
But, well, that's because you and other Chicago
Hey,
people.
hey! Facts. Don't let the facts gum up the shit
Yeah.
around
Boom.
here.
Thank
Exactly.
you, Troy.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
on a license plate.
Yes.
that is a really good point.
It's how I feel, not how the facts
Yeah.
are.
Bingo.
Just because people in Kentucky say aloha doesn't make that the aloha state.
Right.
That's Hawaii.
I got you.
There's
Picking
a little
up
bit
what
of a
you're putting
reach,
down.
but I'm shooting in
People
the
say
dark.
that? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Kentucky's always aloha. Welcome to Kentucky.
You're right.
Yeah.
I have heard that now you say it.
Exactly.
Would you like some bourbon? Aloha.
Yeah. You get sick of it after a while.
Dude, I did a bourbon whiskey tasting last night. That was
Let me guess. With your fucking hat on. Is if there's ever a bourbon whiskey tasting hat, it's that schmuckatelli hat.
That is awesome.
Were you wearing it?
I plead the fifth. Now, if you're
Yeah.
gonna
You
position
have
it
no
in this
constitutional rights in this room, son of a bitch.
way, I'm not going to incriminate myself.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that now.
Okay, we'll
plead
find a
the fifth.
picture.
I think you've said enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one
I
pleads
feel
the
like
fifth
his
when
silence is the answer.
Yes.
I was wearing a hat.
Okay. Baseball?
No, baseball hats are for suckers.
Okay.
It was more like a wool hat of sorts. With
Gotcha.
It has an old-timey vibe to it.
Right.
Does it have a blade in it yet?
Yeah.
No, it's very peaceful.
Then when you walk through the door of the whiskey, people were like, ugh.
They're like, just bring out the most expensive one. That's going to be his favorite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Would you like some suspenders, sir?
No thanks. I'm already wearing some.
Yes.
Some high
Wingtips.
waters.
Really?
Yeah.
Wingtips on a Saturday night.
Right.
They're comfortable. They're comfortable. Yeah, what can you do? Well, yeah, I was wearing the hat.
Of course you were.
I was wearing the hat.
Like I said, you can set my watch.
You know, he's like laying it out like before, like
Yeah.
he's walking out the door. He's like, "Oh, I gotta grab the hat. I gotta get my hat
For sure.
Well, it was a whiskey tasting.
Yeah.
I don't understand what all the
I
hullabaloo
mean, you
is.
got to dress according to what you're doing. I'm with you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I did.
I know.
It's a uniform for a reason.
Exactly.
So I had my hat on.
Yeah. How are the whiskeys?
Very good.
Really?
But that's where
More about how you looked.
Right.
That's what really matters.
Yeah. How many photos were taken?
I don't know if any photos were taken.
What?
I do know I had the hat on though. That was my
Nice.
that's
How many whiskeys did you
my-
try?
a good bit. I went over to this guy's house and I'd never seen anyone do it this way. Like he wanted to do this whiskey.
This was at a
tasting.
dude's house?
Yeah, it was a neighbor's party, and like the women were doing a wine tasting, and he was setting up a whiskey tasting. He was like, "Everybody, bring a bottle of whiskey."
Oh, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, that is a
Get
good
a
way.
free bottle out of everybody.
Right.
I'll host. All you suckers bring.
Bring.
Actually, so I
I
did
have
think
Jim Beam. What'd you guys bring?
Yeah.
Pappy, perfect. No, actually, I really appreciated this because right when we got there, he said, "Guys, this isn't the kind of whiskey tasting where you leave your bottle, you take your bottle with you." And I was like, "Thanks for saying that right at the beginning."
Or you
Yeah.
should have traded, right?
Yeah, that would have been cool too.
Well, I would have traded.
Yeah.
Traded. But the bottles that I would have traded for were far more expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
But did you have any double ups or anything?
yeah, you,
No.
you pull when you pull your keys out of the fish bowl, that helps you decide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the BMW.
I'm
Yeah.
taking your bourbon and your wife.
Right. Yeah. Upstairs.
I'm going to need about 15, 20 minutes.
Exactly. To get
Someone-
all the notes.
The hat's staying on.
Right.
Obviously. I don't want her getting pregnant. That's what the hat does. No one ever got pregnant humping in that hat.
No.
Yeah.
That's
no.
a fact. Actually, I bet those numbers add up.
Probably.
So, got over there, and this guy had done something I'd never seen
Or there were no
before.
smiles, at least by the women. Like,
No.
yeah.
No, and they,
No one enjoyed it either.
Exactly.
my hat did come up, too.
Really?
Yeah, the women were like, "Oh, that hat's perfect for whiskey tasting." I was like, "Oh, shit."
That's awesome.
He's
They
like,
get it.
no, duh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Right.
I hadn't figured that one out on my own.
So I go in there, and what this guy had done is he had little dishes where he had like chocolate in this dish, like nutmeg in this dish, like oak in this dish, and he had all the different like smells and tastes that are like known in whiskeys in a little thing, so you could smell it and see if it really matches up. So he had like different
Interesting.
fruits, you know, he had like orange peel,
Sounds fruity.
vanilla.
Yeah.
It was very interesting because he's like,
Did
"All
it
right."
help with the tastings?
Yeah, he did. He was really. I'd never done it this way. He's like, "All right, we're gonna smell it." And then you smell it. Like, what do you smell? And then you're smelling all the stuff. I was like, "All right, this kind of
Vanilla. It says right on the cup, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there any
then
whoever smelt it dealt it jokes during this time?
No, you should have been there.
I
'Cause
know.
that would have been good.
God.
But then it was like, then you would take a sip, then you would add a little bit of water, then you would do a smell, and then a taste again.
Oh.
And it really, a lot of them changed, but it was cool. I ended up bringing Uncle Nearest,
Never heard of it.
which Uncle Nearest, there's been legend forever that the whole Tennessee whiskey was actually started by a former slave named Uncle Nearest, like back in the day. And then Jack Daniels, like,
Stole it.
learned from him. Yeah, he pulled an Elvis, right?
He appropriated it.
Yeah, he went into the black community and said, "Don't mind if I take it," and took it and ran with it. So Uncle Nearest had perfected the whole, like, maple charcoal mellowing and like process. And then Jack Daniel's stole it, and then that became synonymous with Tennessee whiskey in general. And then all these other, honkies who'd stolen the recipe opened up their distilleries, and Uncle Nearest just kind of faded into the distance, even though he invented, arguably, that's the legend, that he invented the whole process, and then it was stolen from his backwoods still and used everywhere else.
And he's still alive making whiskey?
Yeah, he's really old.
Yeah.
So his family... This legend's been around in whiskey circles forever, right? And finally, in the last 10 years, it's really started gaining steam. Like, no, this is the guy who did it. Why aren't we talking about it? And now it's becoming more and more talked about. And his family finally went out and said, we're going to start a distillery, and we're going to make the original recipe, Uncle Nearest whiskey. And it finally hit Virginia ABC stores in the last few months.
Sounds cheap.
$55 for a bottle. So, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not cheap. It's right kind of in the middle. And so I bought that and brought it over there, and it was actually really good. Like, I thought it beat out
some of the higher end
all
stuff?
the whiskeys until we got to Eagle Rare. What are you going to do? Eagle Rare is so good. It just spanked him. And then this one guy.
What was the worst one that was brought? And did the price point follow the flavors?
Dickel.
Yeah, I mean, some of them were just average. A lot of them were like right down the middle.
Yeah.
Like the Irishman. I would have thought that would have been amazing. It's like right down the middle, nothing crazy. But then this guy pulls out like $150 bottle of Balvenie Scotch, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's a game changer. Like after you're doing all these smellings and all these things. But that thing just devolved quickly because after a while you're going back, let me get another taste of that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Next thing you know,
Hammered.
you've had a pint glass of whiskey
right.
Over the course of the evening. I was feeling no pain.
I bet.
But when I got up this morning, I was like, how are we going to do podcasts? This is brutal. I mean, I'm drinking a Sprite. Like I'm having a rough go. But Ely, you've jumped right into you're double fisting.
Well, I was at a friend's, and I told them that I was coming over here, and they gave me a couple of seltzers to try. Even though I'm not sure if these are seltzers, they're like vodka sodas.
Yeah. See, I was for the seltzer challenge that we're doing. That will be coming out next week. I didn't get High Noon because of that, because it was more vodka instead of seltzer based. But I think that they fall right in the ballpark because the low cal, low carb,
no sugar,
skinny can,
gluten free,
key.
All that good stuff.
But it's not a seltzer.
No.
So what do you think?
No corn
Which ones
syrup.
do you have?
Black cherry and pineapple. And I'm going to be partial to pineapple just because I like that flavor better in general.
The pineapple's good.
Yeah.
All these black cherries taste like funk.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the black cherry on most of them.
Yeah, it doesn't do it for me. But, yeah, the whiskey tasting was a ton of fun. My hat enjoyed it. All in all, good. I'm getting a lot of use out of that hat.
I guess.
You're going to see it again.
Yeah.
I didn't wear it today, though, because I know that...
Use it in the dumpster.
I'll have to wear my Kangol, see what Ely thinks of that.
That's foolish.
That's foolish?
Yeah, Kangol hats are stupid.
Oh, okay.
You're embarrassing yourself wearing that.
Got it.
I legitimately don't know any different.
Than all the new ones
Like
that all
you
the
tell
hipsters
me
are wearing?
that a Kangol, to me, it's the same goddamn hat.
Oh, okay.
I have no clue.
Mine's a Boston Scally, bro.
Nice. What the fuck does that mean?
I think Kangols are more modern looking, like blues and whites and different
Yeah.
things, and these are more like traditional.
Okay.
Grays, like wool gray.
So you're telling me the difference is the color?
I think some of the shapes probably.
It's
different
funny he
too.
said because like my main Kangol is gray. Like,
Well, I don't know what I'm talking
it's
about.
wool.
You saw this review. It says I'm no good at predicting things. If I don't know stuff, these reviews were brutal.
All right. If you want to learn about hats, come here.
Or don't.
Yeah.
Don't. We've. Yeah, apparently Vegas is the place to get hats right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hot spot.
I saw that.
All the pigeons are showing up in hats
What?
now. Have you seen this?
No.
So, a few weeks ago, somebody started taking like eyelash glue and gluing cowboy hats on the pigeons and then letting them back out into Vegas.
Like little Barbie cowboy hats?
Yeah, like a little tiny cowboy hat.
Yeah, not full size cowboy.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah,
They're known for their giant pigeons.
Yes. No, they're literally putting little tiny cowboy hats on pigeons. And then so you see all these videos coming out of like the Vegas Strip with pigeons strutting with their little cowboy hats on.
Fucking awesome.
Strutting around the streets.
Yeah.
And PETA's been all pissed off.
Look at old Pete over there, big timing us with his cowboy hat.
That's right.
Yeah, they've been going in. Like, somebody's capturing like 20 pigeons at a time, gluing little cowboy hats on them, and then releasing them back out into Vegas, and they're just going about their day. And I guess the glue lasts like maybe 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And then it just comes off.
That is great.
So you got all these little pigeons, but now there's a group that is officially saying that they're the ones who are doing this.
Really?
So someone finally owned up to it?
Yeah, and it's like
Pigeon makeover.
it's like pigeons unifying it's like but it's Putin. Putin. And
Oh
so
my gosh.
this group is calling themselves Putin, but it stands for something. If Stu was here, he'd have it up on the screen. I'd have
Right.
more facts. But just this week, a bunch of pigeons started getting found walking around Vegas with "Make America Great Again" hats.
USA. It's USA.
That's
So
awesome.
now all the pigeons have little red ball caps that say
Yeah.
"Make America Great Again," and they're strutting around Vegas.
Of course they are.
Which is hilarious because PETA was upset before.
Yeah.
But now PETA's pissed off on another level.
Exactly.
Because not only that, but it's the pigeons are supporting the guy that's also going to cut the funding.
Yeah, it was cute last week.
Yeah. like at least they got it.
Now it's just wrong.
It's just racist.
Yeah,
These racist
exactly.
pigeons all over Vegas.
How long
Right.
until Brennan has a pigeon with the little Boston Scally cap on it?
Ooh. I feel like you could put a request in.
Yes. This is such a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm all in on this.
Yeah. Let them loose in Boston.
Yeah.
Like, oh, give that pigeon some whiskey. He looks like he likes it.
What if they started doing that? Each city, they had like different
Right.
hats for like, okay, you're in Texas, back to the cowboy hats.
Exactly.
Dude,
Where
I
else could we
like
go
it.
with that?
Where
Like
put
in
'em in
baseball
space.
cities, you could put like their like
Little
would you
Cubs
where
hats.
would you wear the visor?
like maybe Florida,
Yeah, anywhere where they play beach volleyball.
Yeah, that would be the visor.
Cali.
Yeah.
In fact,
The
during
bird with the
beach
visor would be funny. Yeah.
that would be the best. Like if there is a beach volleyball tournament, you're just putting in all the seagulls' little visors.
Yeah.
And walking around in their
Right.
volleyball hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. I want to see a pigeon in a hat so bad.
Dude, if I saw that,
What if
in
you
the
start
wild-
putting other props out there too, like a mini backpack blower and some landscaping hats?
big sun hat?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a hoe, bag of mulch, right around the picnic bench.
Little horses next
Yeah,
to the one with
it's
the
almost
cowboy
like little,
hat.
It's almost like little dioramas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at that pigeon with his little "Make America Great Again"
It's
hat
awesome.
on.
Yeah,
These things are fantastic. Yeah, I'm trying to figure
He
out.
looks proud.
he does. Right. There's a smirk on his face too.
Oh yeah, of course. The Pigeons United to Interfere Now. Putin. That's
That
the
is awesome.
agency that's officially. And
That's
there's
the best they could come up with to
Yeah.
interfere now. What
Yeah.
does that even mean?
but they just are trying to figure a way to
They're trying to
shoehorn
fit Putin in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't come up with the name. We go, oh my god, it also spells Putin.
Shocker. What a coinky dink.
It's great watching.
Oh, they
these.
didn't do that?
Yeah.
You should just Google it though. You'll find gifs of pigeons strutting around in cowboy hats and "Make America Great Again" hats.
That's hilarious.
Only
that's
in
awesome.
Vegas. But I don't know, man. I'd have a hard time catching a dozen pigeons. And
Yeah, how do you
gluing-
do that?
I guess there's traps for birds.
But then how do you get it to hold still long enough to glue a hat on it?
Oh, you grab the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have one guy just like choking it
Please
out.
tell me you've seen that video of that little girl that grabs the fuck out of the pigeon to take its food.
Yeah,
She's like
puts it in
2.
her mouth.
Yeah. Oh, it is amazing.
What happens?
This little kid's eating something, and there's a pigeon, and the pigeon grabs it, and this little kid yokes it up and is like takes it back out of the pigeon's mouth. Like, how dare you take this fucking food from me?
That's brilliant.
It is the best video ever. I'll
love
find it while we're
that.
here.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Pigeons are kind of skeevy little buggers. Like I'd have a hard time just grabbing up a pigeon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't everybody
not
call them
this girl.
Rat with wings? You know what everybody calls them?
There's a guy right now in New York who is like selling pigeon meat, and he's got a whole setup where he's now. It started because he wanted to try it, and he just like caught a pigeon and roasted it up, and he's like, actually, this is really good. So now he's raising pigeons from the jump so that they're not like dirty street pigeons.
Right.
because they could be eating meth and heroin and God knows what. Oh, that girl does just grab
Debo's
that
the fuck
thing.
out of the pigeon, too.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, she doesn't play.
That pigeon's just sitting there eating, and she grabs
Yokes
it
it up
by the neck, like blop.
Would
Right.
you eat a pigeon?
Well, if it was
absolutely.
if
It
it
was
was
cooked
raised
right.
from jump, like so I know it wasn't some street pigeon.
Yeah.
Yes, then I would like to try it. But I am concerned if it's out there just eating shit.
But don't they just eat shit anyways? Like
yeah, but this guy's feeding them like special grains and things.
who?
This
Putin?
no, yes, Putin.
Okay.
No,
the
I
guy-
just read this article and this guy in New York. I read some weird stuff during the week,
Clearly.
and this was not on the board to talk about, obviously. But yeah, he's selling pigeons now, and he says it's like a good dark meat flavor, like
I'm sure.
really tasty.
Yeah.
And he was doing it because he was trying to save money.
Well,
He didn't have a bunch of money, and he's like, "There's pigeons everywhere. People used to eat pigeons all the time. Why don't I just try it?" And he was like, "Yo, it's really good."
Yeah.
Of course.
But I'm sure the government's going to step in and put the kibosh on that.
Apparently, if you can get pigeon in some restaurants. They just call it something else.
Pheasant?
Really?
Is it pheasant?
I mean, they're similar, right?
Yeah, there's
I
another
don't know.
there's another word that you've heard. You probably never tried it, but apparently it's
Fowl.
just pigeon. Yeah.
Bird.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Right.
You figured
Street
it
bird
Street bird.
as opposed to yard bird. I don't think I'd eat any bird, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I'd
really
try
eat
it.
anything if I was hungry.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny though the like stigma you have on, we've talked about with the pets, like certain
Yeah.
animals are cute, so they're all certain animals suck, so fuck them.
Exactly.
Like
yeah. We're weird.
yeah,
I guess they just call them pheasants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, they were originally brought here as food from Colombia.
Nice.
so a pigeon's just like a pheasant offshoot, like a dog's an offshoot of a wolf, I guess.
Apparently.
Yeah, but apparently it's some Colombian pheasant, the rock dove, aka pigeon, the Colombian lavia. Or squab. There it is.
Oh, squab. Yeah, I've
squab
heard
is
that.
in a lot of stuff, like French restaurants, and
Yeah.
squab is
Interesting.
pigeon. So it's out there. Like I'd like to try it.
Hell yeah.
I'd like to know what it's
Let's go
about.
into the city and get some
Yeah.
fresh meat.
Or some listeners bring some by.
You think it tastes better if it's in a cowboy hat or a Make America Great Again hat?
Probably.
Like just because it's got a little more sensibility, it's a little more grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah. As opposed to a Boston Scully.
It's a scally,
Oh.
and
As
it's,
opposed to that.
it's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat a pigeon wearing that.
No.
It's too cool.
He'd cut you.
Yeah.
He would. He would. He'd pull out his little Peaky Blinders blade and
Right.
light you up one good time.
For sure.
Oh, looks like we just had somebody walk in the room.
Yeah.
Who?
Fired up.
We got Stu back. Again, I liked his attitude coming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
He's all fat on pigeon.
Yeah.
It's good.
Right. Yeah, where is the pigeon?
Oh, the dog.
No.
Is
I
that
thought
what
Stu
you-
was bringing pigeon.
Who's hollering?
That would be his
oh,
wife.
the whole place
Uh-oh.
is hollering. We should. I think we should probably move in towards that deli.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Deli sounds good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this thing. Ely's gonna love it.
What is it?
It's an IPA.
Ooh, yeah. I'll take two.
It's a San Diego IPA. We waited for Stu to get here because he loves IPAs too.
I'm guessing you're not going to want to hold one, so I'll pour it in a cup for you.
Bingo.
Tell them what we have today, Brendan.
This right here is the Stone Ripper. Now, I've never been a fan of Stone beers in general. I just think they're a bit overrated for whatever reason. They've just never really done it for me.
Yeah, I've never been too high on them either.
But they did kind of invent the whole San Diego IPA scene, and this is a San Diego IPA.
Don't pause it. Yeah. Oh. I don't know what that means.
West Coast style.
San Diego.
That doesn't help either. I mean, I understand San Diego's on the west, but what makes that?
Okay, let me describe it to you another way. Way too much fucking hops for your liking.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Yeah, that is what a San Diego IPA does better than anybody else.
Yeah, so San Diego Pale Ale, it's a 5.7%.
Tastes like shit.
What do you think about the marketing there, Stu?
Way too much text. There is like a diatribe on the backside of this can that's probably 3 paragraphs long.
Does anyone think this tastes different than another IPA? Can anyone tell me?
Yeah.
You do?
On my first sip, I think there's something different going on there.
It's very
Okay.
fruity.
Yeah, and they were the ones, they were really kind of... And Stu, I just turned up your microphone because we got a review that made fun of either my production skills or your mic skills, so I'm going to fix my end. I'm going to turn you up. I think
All right.
that's-
Stu didn't have his headphones on last week. I think that had something to do with it because he couldn't hear himself.
Ah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. We got a review, and I got clowned, and everyone got made fun of except for Troy, which apparently everyone loves Troy.
So last week I didn't put the headset on because I was only here for half the time and was had to go to work. So I didn't want to mess up the
He
deal.
didn't have time to put a
yes.
headset
Oh,
on.
he did. Oh, no, I get it. We were laughing about that. Like, it takes 2 seconds. It's the hair.
Oh.
He didn't want to screw up. That makes sense.
Yeah, now it's not funny.
Yeah. So you only got me partially.
If only there was a tool that could fix hair if it gets messy. We'll have to come up with that.
Weber's got a new comb coming out. It's prone to grease fires.
Yeah.
No,
reviews
it
are
was
shit.
it was touch and go there because I hadn't had a haircut in like a month and a half, and I couldn't get in, and I had to like not touch it, so it would just sit tight.
That's precisely where I am right now. My hair is ridiculously long, and I'm trying to time my haircut. So I've been wearing my hat a lot. That's my excuse.
These guys are so vain. Just go get a haircut.
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to be on
Both
the
of
road.
y'all have to like go to a specific person. Like,
Well,
just
no,
get a
my
haircut.
problem is that
Yeah.
I have my national sales meeting in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And if I get a haircut, too early, then I'm in Disney the whole week leading up to it. So it's not like I'm getting a haircut there.
Yeah.
So I have
Why
to
not?
kind of.
You
Well,
could
that's
get a
what-
Mickey haircut.
my wife actually was like, they've got the best like hair people around. Like, you should just get your
Right.
hair.
Yeah.
So now I am going to go get a
You
haircut.
could get
tomorrow.
bows.
Bows.
Yeah, like bows. Like put bows in your hair.
Oh, BOWS.
Yeah.
Not-
no,
not
you're
the-
not,
not the
getting
speaker.
bowed.
Well,
any-
no.
at
My
all.
barber's name is Bo. So
Oh,
that
really?
threw me
Yeah.
for a loop.
Uh-huh.
And I thought he was making a Bose speaker reference.
And then I thought, oh, they'll put
Yeah.
speakers in your hair, and I was like, wait, what is happening right now?
No, I was taking it as you are Bose loyal because it's high end, so you should be into the Disney haircut. 'cause
I
it'll
got
cost
you.
5 times more than a regular haircut.
And look better.
Yeah, there's something about brand loyalty because I've been going to the same lady forever since I was like 14 for the haircut. But then yesterday I was in a hurry, ran into Great Clips, and then I realized, shit, hair came out the same.
Yes.
So it's like, crap. Now what do I do?
I haven't paid for a haircut in 15 years.
That's awesome.
That's obvious.
Yeah. It's
Do you
great.
destroy a whole razor for one head shaving
I go maybe 3.
3 times?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good.
That's not
So
bad.
you do all the way to, you skin it.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, I partially use the razor. I lift it up.
He's got these speed bumps going across his head.
Yeah. Right. I put this tape on. Cuts it a little bit.
Oh my
So
God.
when you shave your head, you actually put the razor on your skin?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Right. It's
guys
weird.
are-
Crazy.
It took me a while to get used to it. Yeah.
Why are there directions on the box?
Have you ever tried one of those the blade things that like fits in your hand that you just like?
I have not, no.
Those things look sketchy.
They look cool though.
Well,
like,
they do, but they look sketchy. Why don't you just do Nair?
Ow.
They're hurts.
No, how would I do that?
Oh, you just put that chemical in your head and it just eats away at your scalp. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd try it if it was worth a shit.
Well, but you have hair.
On the sides.
Oh, so you are going. It's going up there.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen you with hair for so long that I had no idea if it was really going.
That eye roll.
Rewind that statement.
Yeah.
No, but you have stubble on your head, so I assumed that you were just shaving it down.
Yeah, because it's stubble.
We're gonna go in circles.
Yeah.
I feel like Pat telling a history story.
Good.
So back to the beer.
I'd rather have one of
You can
Pat's
see my
history
face
stories.
right now. Very confused.
Maybe the history of a razor.
Nobody knows that history. Damn it.
This beer is not that great.
Well, then we'll start with you.
I'm just going to give it a 2. I don't really care for the flavoring at all. It doesn't even come off soft.
It's a Stone beer.
I know.
It really is. This is what Stone does.
It wouldn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter if it's Stone or the White Wizard. It's fucking horseshit. Tastes like asshole.
Don't talk about asshole like that.
I mean,
That's rude. How dare you put it down?
Yeah.
Everybody's eating ass now. Not everyone's drinking IPAs.
I mean, every time I drink this, I feel like, did the beer get skunked or not?
Not. No, this took them a lot of effort. In fact, they're charging an exorbitant amount of money for this beer.
I was going to say, and to top it off, it's expensive as shit.
Yeah, Stu, we've talked about this before, but I'm shocked that people are like, this is delicious.
Yeah.
Like, when I go out drinking, I want this flavor.
That's
Like,
telling
who
me
does that?
That's
I
telling me
wanna
they're missing the enzyme gene that says this tastes bad.
I want a skunk to let loose in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Right. That's what she said.
This beer, it's kind of confusing because when I sip this beer, I like the taste of the beer in my mouth, and then immediately I hate it right after that. It is awful on the back end. It is gross.
And that's part of my problem with Stone. Ever since they came out with like the Arrogant Bastard and all of these, they're all so over the top.
Yeah.
They're always they're going for it. But that's somehow what made them popular and famous. The over the top.
Yeah, I guess so, because
Yeah.
hops aren't supposed to be juicy hops.
Well, they are with certain, and that's like the trend, but it's more of like a New England thing to be juicy. This is a West Coast, which is like, it's managing to be juicy, but at the same time, it really hangs on.
I give it a 1.5.
What is
Dude.
a juicy hop?
It's
like that
beer lingo that no one knows. No one knows. It's all made up beer lingo words.
Stu's a beer dork that he doesn't know anything, and he knows juicy.
Thank you.
So I'm like, how do I not know juicy if Stu knows juicy?
I resemble that remark.
I mean, my man's sweating Miller Lite over here. And has for 20 years. And how does he know what a juicy hop is?
I wouldn't know. I mean, I'm just saying, man,
I'm just saying it's juicy.
it's not. It's not.
It says it
Like
on the
in a
can.
Notorious B.I.G. juicy?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one.
It was all
That's
a
all you
dream.
had to say.
It's so funny you say that, Ely, because for the first time in probably 3 years, last night I had a Miller Lite.
Really?
Yeah, except for when we did the taste.
Oh,
when we did the tasting.
seltzer?
No,
Yeah, he's
No, like,
but he
what are
likes
you
his
living?
seltzers.
What has substituted your Miller Lite addiction?
oh, my seltzer.
okay,
addiction.
yeah. Seltzer.
So yeah, but I had a Miller Lite. They're all out of options, so I had a Miller Lite last night, and it was like, why was I drinking this to begin with?
It's crazy, isn't it?
You know, I guess you get
That's
used to.
right. What you just said is how these here have become popular. You
Mhm.
just answered your own question.
Yeah, burn out.
Because people started drinking it, and they just kept drinking it, and all of a sudden it's magic, and then they go back to the old shit, and they're like, that tastes like dog shit. I want my original dog shit.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
there's a fine line.
None of us started drinking beer and was like, this shit's amazing.
No, the first
Nobody.
beer, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I did like beer. I like cheap beer. I like the taste of cheap beer. I always have.
I've never, I mean,
I did. Well, no, I mean, I drank it like. I mean, hell, I drank it like I was going out of style. High Life, Natural Light, Miller Lite. I mean, my dad turned me on to MGD.
What are we talking? But I mean, like, so you're telling me that when you started drinking beer at whatever,
Craft
15
brews
or
weren't
14.
Craft brews weren't an option.
14 or 15, you were like, this tastes delicious to me.
No, I grew into it.
Exactly. Everyone forces them down because everyone else is doing it.
well, and because it feels good.
That's my
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
But the whole time in the back of your head, you're like, why can't we make this taste awesome and feel good?
Yeah.
Well, that's why next week we're doing the seltzer challenge.
Yeah.
Because they have gotten to that point. They have figured it out. But as far as this beer goes, the Stone Ripper San Diego Pale Ale,
Rip it.
it is, I think, one of the better examples of what Stone can do. I like that. It's not over the top as far as the booze content. We're at a 5.7, which is tolerable. It's certainly very hoppy, a la Stone. I mean, that's their way of doing things. When I drink it, though, Troy, the front end, yes,
Yeah.
like the flavor. Too much hop linger.
Yeah.
Too much hanging out in my mouth, which is a trademark of Stone in general. It's right down the middle. As far as a Stone is concerned, I actually kind of like it because it is a little less over the top. It's a 2.5. I wouldn't go out of my way to have this.
Yeah.
There's better pale ales out there for sure. So 2.5, totally agreeable. Not
And what
good.
did you give it, Stu?
2.
2. Got a 1.5, 2, and a 2.5.
And Ely took one sip and yelled into the microphone, "This is dog shit." So I have a feeling his review's not, unless something's changed. Has something
I'll give it a
changed?
1.5 because I feel like DKM, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the
KML.
worst.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like a 0.5?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it helping that you're eating Doritos while drinking it? Does that help?
No, I'm trying.
Cover
I even
it up.
dropped one into the beer.
It's hilarious. Ely says something, and then he just steps like 3-4 feet away from the mic and just starts grubbing Doritos until he has something to say, and then he leans back in and he's like, dog shit. And backs back up and finishes his Doritos. I like your technique, though.
I give it a 1.5 or 1.5.
Yeah. So not a deli.
Oh, it's not even in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this thing has been panned.
We kind of knew that was going to happen.
As soon as you and I picked it up, as soon as
Does
you
anybody
and
want
I,
the rest of mine?
No, I'm good.
I think you might.
I mean, I'll shoot it.
Yeah, you will.
Damn.
It was either this or the New Belgian coffee wheat ale.
The Blue Moon coffee
Blue
week.
Moon.
But we
Blue Moon
just
coffee.
did a Blue Moon, which I've been getting some feedback, and people are really
I wasn't here
liking
for
it.
that, was I? Because I heard someone talk about
The
it.
super
Was
light
it
Blue
good?
Moon. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's
It's
literally right in between a seltzer and a beer. If you didn't know it was a beer, you might mistake it for a seltzer.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's a beer, so you don't have to feel like you're a seltzer guy. 'Cause I
That's
think,
cool.
yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm going to try one.
Actually, my brother-in-law reached out to me.
That's awesome.
Have you had this?
Oh,
He was-
yeah. I was here for that. I love
Yeah.
chocolate milk. I'll drink that shit all day.
My brother-in-law reached out to me last week, or just before this weekend, and was like, "Should I really be trying this Blue Moon thing?" He's like, "They only sell it in 12 packs. I don't want to commit. It looks like a crappy beer." And I'm like, "You should put that in your cart. Like,
Yeah.
take it home." And he hit me up. He was like, "Damn, you're right. Like that really is somewhere between a seltzer and a beer, and it's orangey and great.
Any idea what the alcohol was in it?
It was low, I think.
It was under 5.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't under 4?
No,
Oh, okay.
it was right in there.
Wow.
Like it's a real beer, but it's not a beer.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe that beer. It tastes like an orange. It's really good.
Yeah.
That's
very,
awesome.
Very orangey.
You don't see a lot of like less than 4% beers these days.
I had
You
one
can
yesterday.
What'd you get?
It was a blueberry shandy.
Well,
Yeah, but shandies in
are
general,
supposed to be
yeah, it's half beer, half like some kind of
Lemonade.
soda.
I got you.
That's how they do
soda.
that.
Yeah,
Grape drink.
because it used to be 3.5,
Purple
3.2
drink.
beer.
3.2 beers all you could get in Utah forever.
Yeah.
They just repealed that.
You must have
Now's
to
the
drink
time
a
to be in
million of
Utah.
those to get drunk.
Or fat.
Yeah.
You know, that's not a good look because all the calories are there.
Yeah.
So enjoy
None
your
of the
3.2
alcohol.
beer. Yeah.
Goodness gracious!
But everyone's got raging hard-ons, no whiskey dicks, and that's positive. Just fat, erect men.
Going to the bathroom all
With
the time.
multiple wives.
Yeah,
That's why you need the 3.2 beer because you know you got to go
Right.
twice.
Has I cannot wrap my head around why anyone would want to do that.
Some polygamous shit.
Yeah. Like, I don't,
Meaning any woman?
well, definitely the women, but even the dudes, like, I wouldn't want to have multiple wives. It just sounds like more of a headache than the fun of having different women to sleep with.
Does it matter that if they're not all under the same roof? Like, what if you had a house that
That
you
sounds
didn't?
bad, too. I got to go back and forth between houses with different women and different kids and different.
I just
What
think
was
it
that?
would be easier if they were in different homes, and I could be like, "Oh, Trish, I'm not coming home tonight. I got to go to Wendy's," and like you go over there, like you have your night there, and then if she's being, kind of a pain in the ass, you'd be like, "I'm gonna go to Trish's house." I kind of like that separation. I doubt it would work that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can't work that way. Like,
because what was that show? Sister Wives?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That
still
was-
on.
Is it?
Yeah.
I just
Dude's got like 4 or 5 wives, and they're all, and you watch any of that show, and they're all pissed off all the time.
those
Like,
guys
good
are
luck
just-
with that.
they just
Yeah, it's
couldn't-
4 different drama
Yeah.
streams coming at you, and that's a lot.
No.
Dude's a control freak.
That must be what it is.
He gets off from doing, having the control
4
over it.
women.
Getting 4
Exactly.
women. Just, I don't know. I wouldn't want to deal with it. I wouldn't want to
I
do
don't-
it. It's hard enough to focus on one
Did you ever have 2 girlfriends?
at the same time.
Yeah. Why'd you say that all shocked?
No, your whole life. Like, have you ever had 2?
No,
But I'm saying-
I don't.
You've
No,
never
I
had 2
haven't.
girlfriends at the same time?
2 girlfriends. I've had them overlap. I guess one's going out, one's coming in.
Yeah, kind of thing. I mean,
kind of
there's that
tail
moment
end.
in time. Like, yeah, it's drama, but there's some excitement to it. I'm sure that would wear off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like once you're married, you know it's official. Like, shit. But there was something exciting in those times where you're dating a couple different people, like your phone's
Yeah, but
blowing
they don't
up.
know about each other.
Yeah, that's the
that was
difference.
part of the fun. I
Yeah,
guess.
because you're not going, hey, Wendy, I'm going over to Trish's house.
It's
Yeah.
not
You
like
know,
you're.
Trish
It's not
the
like you're.
dickhead.
Yeah. It's not like you're sending out a group text. Hey, let's all meet up at the bar tonight, and you walk in. There's 4 ladies and yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying to find ways that this sounds enjoyable, but the more I think about it, it just sounds like a lot of headache.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like they're all climbing into bed with you at the same time. Like,
No.
I love this.
Yeah.
This is so much fun.
What about polyamorous?
But isn't that kind of the same thing, or do you think that polyamorous is just like a lower,
That just means
a lower level?
open into relationship, right? Like,
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
it's
means you're
not-
capable of loving more than one person. Like you love multiple people.
I don't know that that's it.
Well, that's what polyamorous. Amorous being love and poly being multiple.
Yeah, if we're getting
Right.
to the Latin, but I think it's more of.
Well, that's what I was
No,
going with.
what Ely's talking
I'm saying I
about.
think it's you have like the one that you're one, but you're allowed to go hang out with others.
Open.
Yeah, well, there was that one. Was it like House Hunters the
It's
other
predicated
day?
on the fact that you love the one. Like the one is the one.
Yeah, but you're capable of loving another. That's my understanding of polyamorous. Like I can love,
Okay, maybe
I
it
can
is.
love her,
I don't think
and
we-
I can love
I don't
her.
think
It
anybody's
doesn't.
caring about if you love a second person.
Yeah.
We all do.
Actually, I disagree. I think that's mostly what.
I think
Is
most
cared
people.
about.
I think most people would be okay if you like. And I'm not saying that don't fucking write me any stupid letters. I get it. People aren't going to be psyched, but I think there's something worse to it if it wasn't just a one night stand. If it was an emotional relationship on top of the fact that you're sleeping. with
Okay,
Yeah.
somebody.
so
That's far worse.
it's not an open relationship. It's a group
who all love each
intent
other.
with each other. They're not going outside the group for anything, but it's like 3, 4, 5 people. That's it.
It's a throuple.
None
That's
of it
when you have-
sounds enjoyable to me. It all
That's
sounds like a
for
headache
that's that type of
and
relationship.
drama.
It's not. It's consensual, but not open to outside the group.
I also just
Which I
don't
think
trust
is
it.
more like historical as far as how biological, like how we are as people.
As animals that we are.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, like like your kids were raised by the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, women. Everybody slept around basically.
Well, not the woman, just the man.
Just
Let's not go start putting bad ideas in people's heads. Let's go back to the good old days.
the old days.
And just the madmen days.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that's what I'm looking for. Now, again, don't write any letters. I'm joking. I don't want to hear it.
Who writes letters?
I don't know. I just
Just say email.
Email.
I don't want emails. I just don't want any comments. How about that? Just leave it at that. I'm
We
very
do want
happy.
your comments.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Drop the review.
Yeah, send some more reviews in.
Yeah.
Troy, so you're not satisfied with 2 new
Two
reviews?
is not enough.
We hadn't had a review since August. You got 2
I
in a
am
week.
happy. I am happy. But I
mean-
still want more. I'm greedy too.
But I thought that was pretty good. You kicked and screamed, and you've been rewarded for childish behavior, which is good.
Yeah.
That's a positive.
Absolutely.
You know, you kick and scream, you got
Yeah.
what you wanted, win.
it is.
People
a win.
like when I'm drunk and angry.
They
They're
do.
gonna love the next episode.
Makes
Can
it,
I get that
makes it
PBR?
for interesting.
Yeah, you want it?
Yeah, please.
That thing is a tasty treat.
Yeah.
I'm finding myself with this stone
Thank you.
beer like it's like a, that movie that's so bad you just can't turn it off.
Ooh,
I'm like,
doppelganger.
I'm still having a sip of it.
Little Nicky,
Hey, little Nicky.
You know what I did last night? I was very proud of myself.
did you go to bed at a reasonable hour?
Reasonable for me.
1 a.m.
It was 2 a.m. and I picked up the remote and I was about to turn on the TV and I'm like, this is the moment they're talking to you about.
At
Yeah.
2 a.m.
Yes.
I love that it's 2 a.m. and he's like, let's cut it out.
But that was the first time. 'Cause I didn't get home from the whiskey tasting till like 12:45. Then it's like, had to get everybody situated and down. So maybe it was like 1:30, right? Like I'd come out here. I'd
Were
shut
your kids
things
up till
down.
that time?
Dude, this whiskey tasting got out of hand.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden it was like 12.
Which one was their
15.
favorite?
Yeah. Please
My-
explain.
They liked the scotch, the Balvenie. That was their go-to. But yeah, it was like all of a sudden we looked down. It was like, oh, yo, it's midnight. Like we got to start wrapping this up. Like this is bad.
Yeah, my kids were up till 11 last night because we were down the street at a friend's house. It was like 10:30, and I'm like, we got to get out of here. And by the time we got home and got everybody to bed, it was 11 o'clock.
It was my kid's birthday, so he had a sleepover.
Oh,
no.
nice.
Oh, the last thing I remember
How many
was
kids?
How
it
many?
was 6 total.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So last thing I remember was at like 12 or 12:30, yelling for them to go to bed.
Ely's like, get out of my bed.
Yeah. No, they had their own space, but it was like, I can't stay up forever and keep micromanaging you bitches. You know
You
what I
got a
mean?
big house, so they're probably just running mad all over that thing.
You know it. Screaming.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, why you got to scream and play Fortnite? Just play Fortnite. Like, oh, that was a sweet move, dude. I'm coming
Yeah.
around the other side to get that guy. No! I got to yell it. You know what I mean? Like,
So you had 6 kids in the house, all on their own devices playing Fortnite, or like
we
on one
had
screen?
4 devices going.
Wow.
Wow.
I had 4 TVs. No.
Can they all play at the same time?
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
had 3 TVs and 3 devices. Well, and another kid brought a Switch, so he was on his own device.
Damn, you had an old school LAN party.
Yeah,
Like that was that's all right.
that's right.
Land party.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know. I'm kind of jealous of you, Brendan. I mean, the average person sleeps a third of their life away. You're probably like a quarter.
You know, my life will be far shorter because I keep burning it at both
Yeah,
ends
but you
all the
got
time.
more hours in the day.
To watch Little Nicky.
Yeah.
He's not being productive. Let's not pat him on
Yeah,
the back
exactly
too
right.
hard.
Yeah, it's miserable.
I haven't solved
That
anything.
It's
Two-
one thing if Bezos does it, but we're talking about pointy hat kid.
Yeah. No, I think I was. Yeah, because
You know, everybody gets a lot done from 2 to 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one thing if Bezos does
I
it.
think
But
I-
we're
I re-
talking about pointy hat.
I
Kid.
remember reading all those crazy
Well,
stats
yeah.
about 7 years on the toilet by the time your average lifespan, 3 years at a stoplight, all these just wasted time.
Stew stats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The more,
but
you
you're
know.
not doing that. You're staying up till 3 a.m.
Yeah, I'm highly efficient. Yeah, I'm not solving any problems, unfortunately.
Yes,
y'all's-
life is a waste of time.
What's y'all's take on this XFL?
I mean, I'm a Defenders guy. They've never lost. A big
Is it-
fan of that.
Is this live? It's Sunday. Are they playing on Sundays now?
They play on Saturday and Sunday.
I didn't realize that.
Their
I thought it
timing was
Saturdays.
perfect, like trying to sneak right on in when
Yeah.
regular was over with.
It's not bad.
I haven't watched a minute of it.
I watched
Is it
so-
like
we watched so
same
much-
rules and everything.
Pretty much. There's a few.
The kickoff is the one that's the crazy one where
Yeah,
when they
kickoff's
punt when they
awesome.
punt the ball or kick the ball,
Yeah.
Extra points are different.
the team can't go tackle you until you can't run towards you until you catch it.
That's awesome.
Kind of like
Yeah.
flag football.
On
Yeah.
the screen, you see the over/under and the spread at all times because gambling and fantasy is encouraged.
They
And
might.
But like, is it
Mic the
is it for the
coaches
whole
up.
game, or do they change it at halftime and all that? Like, keep
no,
up with
it's
it?
just they're showing the full.
That's
Over, under,
awesome.
yeah.
But I mean, I do like that it's all geared at gambling and
Did y'all see that thing
Fantasy.
where Manziel tweeted out he wanted to try out for the XFL and then deleted his account?
Really?
Oh wow.
That dude's got issues, man.
well, at least he's not on drugs anymore.
Right.
They show all the reviews and listen, and they mic the refs up so
Really?
you know what's going on the whole time. Yeah,
See
it's
that-
awesome.
That's cool.
And you hear the coaches calling the plays in too.
Yeah, they
Really?
Yeah,
right
So
there.
it's got to be on delay.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be.
and then they show they interview players coming right off the field. They'll shove a mic.
My man is holding a PlayStation controller.
Might as well. Fast forward.
Dude.
Isn't that cool?
It's all
Well-
right. I mean, look, we need sports. This is the dead time of year.
Yeah,
'Cause
this is
now
the
you're
worst.
inching towards until NBA gets to the playoffs. No one gives a shit. And,
I don't
and
know. Yeah.
Well, there was a hell of a wreck at Daytona at the end of that. Y'all saw Ryan
Yeah, I saw
Newman's
that.
flip up. Guy got T-boned upside down, and then he walked out of the hospital 2 days later.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Not like the good old days.
Where he
When he
died.
died.
Yeah. The good old days when they died. When men were men.
Yeah.
And they knew when to
Exactly.
die.
Yeah.
Before the Hans restraint system
Yeah.
made pussies of them.
That's when. Yeah. The cars were metal though. They weren't all this fiberglass.
I
Speaking
want it to succeed. I really do. The XFL.
The-
I hope it does.
The cyber
Truck.
the Cybertruck. Did you see where he said they're all going to have the single headlight beam, laser beam across the entire front?
Yeah.
I just saw that. I didn't know it was like
It's-
that. And I was
and
like,
so-
I wonder how that's going to look on the road going down.
I'm not sure if it's because I've had 2 packs of Skittles and like 55 Starbursts in the last 10 minutes, but this doesn't taste as good right now.
Oh, really?
Probably because you did just eat a bag of Doritos and a bunch of Skittles.
You think?
That beer
Yeah.
might have fucked your palate up, too.
That could be it because it does not taste as awesome as
Which
it
one are
did.
you
He's
drinking
drinking
again?
the
The
PBR
coffee
hard
one.
coffee. All of a sudden,
PBR.
he's
The one
switching back.
The one that tastes like a Yoo-Hoo, or it used to taste like a
Used to
Yoo-Hoo a
taste
couple
like-
weeks ago, but now it tastes like something weird.
So we just had a couple people move in for next week's episode, which is being recorded in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I love the time warp.
We got the abacus just walked in, and Jay just walked in, and Jay is like bebopping and scatting over here. He's fired up about something.
Scatting?
Either that. Well, it's a term that doesn't have to be a dookie term.
Well, in my world, it does. That's all I live around.
People doing scat.
No, like fuck? I'm like an 8-year-old in my head at all times.
Yeah, you can't say scat around
Yeah.
him without
Yeah.
him going to poo.
Yeah, getting
Right.
super excited.
Well, Jay's over here jumping up and down either because he's excited or he's freezing cold. I don't know which it is.
Whatever, either one.
I'm,
It's not
I'm
that cold
psyched.
in here.
Dude, Seltzer Challenge is coming up. People have been asking for it for
Is this a
long
bunch
time.
of bartenders
Yeah.
from Philly and shit?
Yeah, the XFL.
Yeah.
There's a couple good names on here, but I mean, for the most part, some of these guys have been
Like,
out of
what are
business
the chances we played flag football against some of these dudes?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
maybe.
Pretty good. No, we do need to get Manziel in there, though.
Do we?
Like, yeah, I would have loved to have seen Manziel come out there.
Really?
Yeah, I like watching the guy's nose bleed on the.
I like watching him fail.
I don't know.
Well, this would be another opportunity to see that
That's a
against
good point.
lesser quality players.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we could really solidify
But get
his
physically
legacy.
pummeled. Yeah, I
Oh,
got
he'll
you.
get destroyed.
That's awesome.
The guy's a joke.
Right.
So will Manziel 2 be in the XFL soon enough? What's
Oh, yeah.
the
Mayfield?
Mayfield, yeah.
He's
Oh,
a
I
much
don't know.
better human being than.
I can't believe he lives
Manziel.
in the stadium. That's crazy.
That's not real. That's
Get
a,
that guy
What?
bigger.
That's a
What?
commercial.
No way.
Dude,
Don't ruin
he knows
this
where the
for me,
lights
dude.
are and shit. He's flipping the breakers on.
Yeah, but he's not doing it well.
All right.
He's spending too much time. He's
So you're telling me
spending
that's
enough
not
time.
real?
I don't believe it is.
Dude, based
need
on the
to
way some of
check
these
your
guys are
stats.
playing, I think we could field a team for the XFL.
I love that he lives in the stadium
Yes.
and yet he still
I
only
think
gets
we
like
could.
6 wins.
I mean,
Right, yeah. Right. You don't know it inside and out?
It's not working for you. dude.
Yeah.
these guys are a lot faster, but we would be a lot smarter. I think we could take an XFL team and run it.
What makes you think we'd be smarter?
'Cause
Yeah, I
we're just,
think
we're just older.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, age really comes
If
into
you
play.
listen to this podcast,
Yeah.
based on the reviews. Yeah, I'm looking over there. I know who did that review. Son of
man.
a bitch. Calling me out. That's fine.
Yeah, because you got some numbers
we
backwards.
read that one on air, so
Yeah, I got crushed. Well, I think we should probably wind this bad boy down and shift our focus towards the world of seltzer.
I agree.
Do we
People
have
been
to?
asking for it. Yes, we have to.
Okay.
Do you not want to end this episode? Is that what you're saying? You're having too much fun?
Got to make it
Yeah.
official.
I like that attitude.
I am excited because we've been hit up more about this seltzer challenge than
It's true.
a
This has
lot
been
of
the
things.
most demanded episode, I think, maybe ever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to that side of it for sure. Plus, I want to know the answer. You know, I'm dying to know.
Royalties.
This
Royalties, Troy.
Pinocchio commercial drives me crazy. Does Disney own Geico or something?
They're just paying them a chunk of money.
Yeah.
But
You're
you
good.
would think I thought Disney didn't let anybody do anything with their stuff.
And if you pay them, I think you can.
Yeah.
It's all about. They just want their money. It's like
Geico-
saying Super Bowl. I just cost us $15.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Well,
Well, thank you
wrapping it
guys
up?
so much for tuning. Yeah, I'm
There you
trying
go.
to, but then you started talking about Pinocchio.
Sorry.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. We appreciate you being here. Troy, you got anything to say to the people?
Keep the reviews coming.
There it is. Keep those reviews coming. We'd love to have them. Don't forget to Cincinnati Swap your neighbor, your friends, your workmates, anybody. Sign them up. Mother-in-law, apparently. is
Anybody
a
at the
hot
key
topic.
party?
Everybody at the key party. Yeah. The lasagna parties you're at, just slip it in. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Reach out to us on Facebook or at Instagram at ITPH Podcast. That also works at Twitter. You can send money to the Venmo account, which is at Inside the Pallet House. And always reach out to us on the old Gmail at InsideThePalletHouse@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
peace out.
That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?